Namaste, and thank you for joining me for another video. This video is beginner to intermediate. It's a good place for people who are moving from beginner to intermediate level or anywhere in between. This video is about pelvic mobility. In yoga, the pelvic area is the core or the center instead of the abdomen, the core of yoga. And the ability to move the pelvis helps us in most poses in yoga, and it's a major contributing factor to lower back issues. So, starting the class, standing at the front of your mat, feet hip width apart, knees on top of the ankles, hips on top of the knees. Lift your chest, drop your shoulder blades down your back. The bottom of the chin is parallel to the floor. Hands are beside you, fingers loosely reaching for the floor. You may close your eyes if you wish. Pay attention to your breathing in and out through the nose. Inhaling, lift your arms up and slightly back. Exhaling, fold forward from the hips, hands on the mat, nose to knees. Inhaling, look forward and step back with the right foot, knee down, toe pointing back. Inhaling, bring your arms up and slightly back. Exhaling, drop your hands on the mat and step back with the left foot. Downward dog, 10 breaths. Make sure the tailbone is pointing up towards the ceiling. Hands are flat, fingers are spread apart. Breathe. Look through the knees and breathe. Inhaling, lift up the right leg, bend the right knee, step the right foot forward, drop the left knee down, toe pointing back. Inhaling, bring your arms up, bend slightly back. Exhaling, drop your hands on the mat and step forward with the left foot, nose to knees, bending your knees as much as you need to. Inhaling, bring your arms up and slightly back. Exhaling, fold forward from the hips, hands on the mat, nose to knees. Inhaling, look forward and step back with the left foot. Knee down, toe pointing back. Inhaling, bring your arms up and slightly back. Exhaling, drop your hands on the mat and step back with the right foot, downward dog. 10 breaths. Hands are flat, fingers are spread apart, tailbone is reaching for the ceiling. Drop your head, look through the knees. Inhaling, lift up the left leg, bend the left knee, step the left foot forward, drop the right knee down, toe pointing back. Inhaling, bring your arms up, bend slightly back. Exhaling, drop your hands on the mat and step forward with the right foot, nose to knees, bending your knees as much as you need to. 5 breaths. Inhaling, bring your arms up, but don't go back. Just reach up towards the ceiling for a moment. Palms together, drop your hands down in front of your chest. Standing with your feet hip width apart, inhaling, lift up the left arm, and on the exhale, keeping this part of our body stable, exhale, come over to the right. Right arm hangs down by your side, left shoulder to the ceiling. Look straight ahead or up and out past the left armpit. Breathe. Keep this part stable, don't push your hip out to the side. Breathe. 10 breaths. Inhaling, come back up, and on the exhale, lower the left arm down. Inhaling, bring up the right arm, and on the exhale, come over to the left. Right shoulder to the ceiling, left shoulder to the floor, knees are soft. Keep this part stable, don't press your right hip out. Look up and out past the right armpit or straight ahead, breathe. Inhaling, bring up the right arm, and on the exhale, drop the right arm down. With our feet hip width apart, or a little bit wider than hip width apart, make circles with your pelvis clockwise. Or you can use your hips as the starting point. 3. Keep your knees soft. 9 and 10. Opposite direction. 5, 9, and 10. Good, come back to where we were. Step back to the front of your mat. Inhale and lift your arms up and slightly back. Exhaling, fold forward from the hips, hands on the mat, nose to knees. Keep inhale, look forward. Step back with the right foot up on the toes of the right foot. Step back with the left foot, so we're in plank for a moment. Drop your knees down, keep your elbows in, bring your chest and slide forward, toes pointing back. Lift your chest up just a little. Lower down, tuck your toes under, push back, downward dog. 5 breaths. Inhaling, step forward with the right foot, up on the toes of the left foot, and step forward with the left foot, nose to knees. Inhaling, lift your arms up and slightly back. Exhaling, fold forward from the hips, hands on the mat, nose to knees. Inhaling, look forward. Step back with the left foot, up on the toes of the left foot. Make sure your hands are flat. Step back into plank. Just for a moment. Knees down, elbows in, chest and chin on the mat. Slide forward. Lift your chest up just a little. Lower down, tuck your toes under. Push up onto your knees and then your feet. Adjust your feet, downward dog, 5 breaths. Inhaling, lift up the left leg and step forward with the left foot. Step forward with the right foot, nose to knees. Inhaling, come up and reach up with your hands. Exhale, drop your hands down in front of your chest. Step back with the right foot and turn the left. So now we've got a nice long stance in between our feet. Turn the right foot so that the right heel is pointing to the instep of the left foot. Bend the right knee. You can use a block in front of your right foot if you like. Arms out. Inhaling, take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, you have several options. First option, forearm on the right knee. This hip is pointing to the ceiling, not out towards the left. You want to keep your shoulder up towards the ceiling. You can drop your hand. Second option, hand on the block or hand on the mat. Left hand is up in the air. Try to look up at the left thumb. Keep this part of your body, your torso, facing this direction. Breathe. 10 breaths. Inhaling, come all the way up. Turn the right foot, turn the left foot. So we're now going to go in this direction. You can drop your left hand, forearm, on to your left thigh, right arm up in the air. Second option, left hand on a block, or last option, left hand in front of the foot. Right hand is up in the air. Look up at the right thumb. Remember, keep this part of your body parallel to the right side of your mat. Breathe. Inhaling, come up, arms out, turn the left foot. Now that the feet are parallel, turn the feet so that the heels are pointing in, toes are pointing out, knees are soft. Lift your arms up like a Y. Lift your chest and chin to the ceiling. Open up your chest, 10 breaths. Remember, the pelvis is neutral in this position. On the next exhale, come back to the upright position. Bend your elbows so that the upper arms are parallel to the floor, palms facing forward. Bend your knees so that the knees are out to the side and not to the front, out to the side. And the pelvis is back, or forward really, technically, but it's back or more of a curve in the lower back. 10 breaths. On the next exhale, lower your arms, straighten out the legs, turn your feet so now parallel. Hands on the waist, fingers pointing forward. Inhaling, lift your chest and chin to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward, keeping your knees soft. Drop your hands on blocks or straight down onto the floor. Inhale, look forward. And on the exhale, walk your hands through your feet and drop your head to look through to the other side. If you're not able to do that, that's fine. You can use blocks and either look straight down at the floor or use blocks to walk your hands through. If you've got lower back issues, just stay in this position looking straight down at the floor. On the next inhale, come back up. Hands on the waist, fingers pointing forward. Inhaling, lift your chest and chin to the ceiling. Exhale, come back up to the upright position. Inhale, up again, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Drop your hands on your blocks or on the floor or mat. Your feet should be parallel. And you can use blocks for this one as well too. Looking straight down at the floor, 10 breaths. On the next inhale, using your blocks, if you need to use your blocks, that's fine. Turn the right foot just slightly out to the right. Sit all the way over. You can bring your blocks with you to hold yourself up, and turn the left foot up so it's pointing to the ceiling. You're on the heel. If you're able, you've got the flexibility, you can sit all the way down and stretch your hands out in front. On the next inhale, bring your hands back, and using your hands, press your hands down into the floor to press back up. Turn the right foot so it's pointing forward. Turn the left foot so it's slightly pointing out to the left, and move your weight over to the other side. Using blocks if you need to, or sitting all the way down if you've got the flexibility. Stretch your hands out. Slide your hands back and push yourself up so that we are back to our half triangle forward bend, looking straight down at the floor. Hands on the waist, fingers pointing forward. Inhaling, come all the way up, lift your chest and chin to the ceiling. Exhale, come back up to the upright position. And turn the right foot. Right heel pointing to the instep of the left foot. Both legs are straight. Bring your hands up like a T. Inhaling, reach the right hand out. And the pelvis is going to move this way, not this way, this way. Inhaling, reach the right hand. Right hand is in front of the thigh, knee, calf, ankle, or foot. Left hand is up in the air. 10 breaths. Try to keep the left shoulder pointing to the ceiling. Right shoulder should be on top of the right knee. Inhaling, come all the way up. And on the exhale, turn the right foot. Arms are still out like a T. Turn the left foot. Left heel pointing to the instep of the right foot. Keeping both legs straight. Inhale, reach the left hand out. Pelvis goes this way, not this way. Inhale out, drop the left hand in front of the thigh, knee, calf, ankle, or foot. Right hand is up in the air, look up at the right thumb. Inhaling, come all the way up, arms out, drop your arms down, bend the left knee, and drop your left hand, right, and both hands down, come up on the toes of the right foot, step back with the left foot, so that we're in plank, knees down, chest and chin down to the mat, slide forward, a little bit up in the front, exhale, down, tuck your toes under, push back onto the knees, and then downward dog. Hands are flat, fingers are spread apart, tailbone is reaching for the ceiling. Drop your head, look through the knees, breathe. On the next inhale, walk your feet forward and separate them. You can use blocks if you need to, bending your knees as much as you need to. And then once you're here, try to separate your feet a little bit more and sit down as far as you can. For those of you that are quite flexible, you can sit all the way down. Your hands are in front of you in the Namaste position. 10 breaths. Back straight, chest lifted and open, looking up slightly towards the ceiling without curving your neck. On the next exhale, lower your hands. If you're way up like this, you can drop one knee and then roll back. If you're all the way down, just sit down and then roll back. Knees up towards the chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, squeezing them in towards your chest. Ten breaths. On the next exhale, lower your feet down onto the mat. Your feet are separated about hip width apart. With your hands beside you, palms down, head and shoulders on the mat. On the exhale, take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, press your lower back into the mat so that your pelvis comes this way. Inhaling, lower back off the mat so the pelvis goes that way. So these are pelvic tilts for those of you that don't know. We're going to do 4 more. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. That was 4, last one. Exhale, inhale. On the next exhale, come back to the neutral position and bring your knees up towards your chest, and then raise your legs so that your feet are parallel to the ceiling. You can use a strap over your feet if you like. You would put the strap over your feet like this and just hold on to the strap so that your legs are straight. If you don't want to use a strap, try to straighten your legs and keep your hands on the mat beside you. 10 breaths. On the next exhale, bend your knees and lower your feet onto the mat with your feet together and your knees apart. Your hands can go on the inside, but don't apply pressure. Or your hands can be on the outside. Head and shoulders stay on the mat. Just allow gravity to do its work. Try to keep your back at neutral. Breathe. 10 breaths. On the next inhale, bring your knees together and then up towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees again, squeezing them in towards your chest. On the next exhale, lower your feet down onto the mat and then roll onto the right side. Stretch your legs out along the mat and stretch your right arm out along the mat. Keep your feet flexed. Best if you have your right foot flexed and on the mat. You have two choices with the arms. You can stretch the right arm out and rest your head against it, or you can bend the arm and put your head on the right palm. Left hand stays here, or you can use a strap around your left foot. So you bend your left knee and put your strap around the foot. Try to maintain your balance on the right hip. Lift up the left foot. If you've got the flexibility, 2 fingers between the first 2 toes. If you keep the right foot flexed, you can stay on top of the right hip. 10 breaths. On the next exhale, bend the left knee and lower the left foot onto the mat. And I'll turn this way so that you can see the pose from this side. And roll onto your left side. Left arm stretched out, left foot flexed, or you can bend the left arm and place your left side of your head on your left palm. Bend the right knee, strap around the right foot, or 2 fingers between the first 2 toes. Lift the right leg up and try to maintain your balance on the left hip. On the next exhale, bend the right knee, slide the right foot out, back onto your back. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Roll onto the right side and push yourself up to a seated position with your legs stretched out in front. Back is straight, chest is lifted and open. If you find this difficult, you can sit on a block which puts a little curve in the lower back and takes a little pressure off the lower back. Feet are flexed, toes are pointing up, back is straight, chest is lifted and open, bottom of the chin is parallel to the floor. Pay attention to your breathing. In and out through the nose. Hands are on the thighs or in front of your chest in the Namaste position. On the next exhale, lower your hands and bend your knees just for a moment to have a little bit of relief. Once you have that, stretch the right leg out on the mat. With the left knee bent, drop the left knee out to the side and take your hands, palms underneath the left calf and try to bring it towards you, and you would make this kind of movement. Or if you've got the flexibility, you can try to bring the knee closer and the left foot into the right arm and the left knee into the left arm. And then you would, it's called cradle the baby because that's what it looks like. Try to keep your back straight and the pelvis neutral. Don't round your lower back. Try to do it 10 times. Right foot flexed. On the next exhale, lower the left leg so that the left foot is tucked into the inner thigh. I'll show you this one, what it looks like from the front. Okay? Left foot tucked into the inner thigh of the right leg. Right leg is straight. Right foot is flexed. You can use a strap around the right foot. We're going forward to the right foot. Keeping the back straight, only go as far forward as you can keep the back straight. As soon as you start to round the lower back or the upper back, you've gone too far. You want to lead with your chest towards that right knee. So reach out to your strap or to your foot and lean forward. Inhale, look up. And on the exhale, fold forward, nice flat back. Breathe. On the next inhale, come back up and out of the pose. For that pose, the pelvis needs to turn this way. So if the pelvis is going this way, you're working against it. So you want to aim the pelvis this way, and then you can go forward more easily. So in this position, our next pose is the flag pose. Turn to the right, reach the right hand behind you, right foot is flexed. Left hand is on the outside of the right leg. Keeping the back straight, chest lifted, turn and look out over the right shoulder. Breathe. On the next inhale, turn back to the front and stretch the left leg out along the mat. Left foot is flexed, bend the right knee and drop the right knee out to the side. Palms of your hands underneath the right calf, keeping the back straight, chest lifted. You can rock the leg back and forth. Or if you've got the flexibility, right arm around the top of the right knee, left arm wrapped around the foot. Again, you remember, keep your back straight. We don't want this, we want this. Pelvis back, back this way. On the next exhale, lower down the foot and tuck the right foot into the inner thigh of the left leg. And again, the pelvis is back. Right knee is out to the side, left foot is flexed. Strap around the left foot if you're using a strap. Reach your hands out to the strap or to your foot. Back straight, remember, only go as far forward as you can keep your back straight. The pelvis is back. Inhaling, look up, and on exhale, fold forward, leading with the chest. Chest towards the left knee, breathe. 10 breaths. Inhaling, come up and out of the pose. From this pose, keeping the back straight, chest lifted. Reach behind you with the left hand. Right hand is on the outside of the left leg. Turn and try to look at the left shoulder or just out over the left shoulder. On the next inhale, turn back to the front of your mat and stretch the right leg out along the mat. Give them a bit of a shake. Roll on to one side, doesn't matter which one. Bend your knees. Hands to the front of your mat, up onto your knees. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. We're in table. On the next inhale, lift your chin up and drop your back down. Exhaling, chin down, back up. Inhaling, chin up, back down. Exhaling, chin down, back up. Inhaling, chin up, back down. Exhaling, chin down, back up. 2 more. Inhaling, chin up, back down. Exhaling, chin down, back up. Last one. Inhaling, chin up, back down. Exhaling, chin down, back up. On the next inhale, come back to our neutral table position. Inhaling, lift up the right leg, chin up. Exhaling, nose to knee. Inhaling, up. Exhaling, nose to knee. Inhaling, up. Exhaling, nose to knee. 2 more. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. Last one. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. On the next exhale, lower down the right knee. Other side. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. 2 more. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. Last one. Inhaling up, exhaling nose to knee. On the next exhale, lower down the left knee. Big toes together, knees apart. Sit back on your heel as far as you can comfortably, reaching your arms out. Forehead is on the mat or on a block. Your choice. Try to reach your arms so far out in front that your elbows don't touch down. Breathe 10 breaths. On the next inhale, look forward. Slide the left hand back, slide the right hand back, come back up with your knees on the mat. Take your hands off the mat. Remember, if you've got sensitive knees, you can double up your mat or you can put some things, pads or something underneath your knees. You can use a block for this if you like. There's several options for this pose. First option would be to put the heel of your hand into your lower back with your fingers on top of your butt cheeks, thumbs pointing out to the side. Inhaling, press your hips forward and lift your chin and chest up towards the ceiling. The next option would be to reach back to your block or blocks. Hold on to your blocks. Same thing, hips forward, chest up, chin up. And if you're extra flexible, you can reach back, hands on the heels, hips forward, chest forward, chin pushed up. At this point, you'll be looking up and back, 10 breaths. Inhaling, come back up. And on the exhale, drop your hands down onto the mat. Knees together, feet together. Toes are pointing back. Sit back on your heels as far as you can comfortably. Reach your hands back. Back of your hands are on the mat, palms up. Forehead is on the mat or on the block. 10 breaths. On the next inhale, slide your hands forward first. Press yourself up onto all fours. Make sure your hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Tuck your toes under and push up into downward dog. 10 breaths. On the next inhale, walk your feet forward and roll up and out of the pose. Our next pose you can use the wall for. It's up to you. It's called standing head to knee balance. If you've got major lower back issues, or if your balance is not very good, these two reasons, you would use the wall. Okay, you would balance on the wall. So the pose, I'm going to show you what the pose looks like, and then you can decide if you want to use the pose. Standing on with both feet hip width apart, shift your weight over to the left leg. Lean over as if you're about to pick something up, bend the right knee. Lift the foot off, and you can hold on to the foot with a strap around the right foot, and you can stay here if you like. And if you've got the flexibility, you can stretch the right leg out. And you would hold for 10 breaths. You can do it on the wall with your back against the wall, so your lower back would be protected and against the wall, or at least the tailbone. And your feet would be about 3 to 4 inches away. And you can bring your knee up. And again, you would start with your reaching down, left leg is straight, and you would just hold like this or reach the foot out. Okay, when you're done with your 10 breaths, walk your feet out and other side. Shift your weight over to the right leg. Bend the left knee, heel off the mat, reach down as if you're about to pick something up. With more weight on the right leg, pick up the left foot. You can stay here for 10 breaths. Or if you're flexible, you can stretch the left leg out. Bend the left knee and lower the left foot onto the mat and roll up and out of the pose. Hands on your lower back. Pelvis is right now in neutral. We're going to press the pelvis forward, knees are soft. Press the pelvis forward, heel of the hands in the lower back. Press the hips forward, chest up, chin up. Inhaling, exhaling, come back up to the upward position. Bend both knees, lower down onto the mat, and roll back, knees up towards your chest. 10 breaths. On the next exhale, drop your arms out to the side like a T and drop your knees to the right. Turn your head to look to the left. Adjust your knees and your feet until you feel comfortable. This is a restorative pose, so there's not a lot of tension in this pose. Just adjust yourself until you feel comfortable. Head is turned to look to the left. On the next inhale, bring your knees back up and lower your knees to the left. Turn your head to look to the right. Again, adjust your knees and your feet until you feel comfortable in the pose. On the next inhale, bring your knees back up. Squeeze your knees one last time towards your chest and lower your feet down onto the mat. Slide your heels out along the mat. Let your feet fall out to the sides naturally. Hands are out to the sides, palms up. Inhaling, take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, just relax and let go. Breathing deeply, in and out through the nose. You can stop the video anytime you like. You can have your 5 to 10 minute Shavasana or rest period. And once you come back to the video, bend your knees and bring your knees up towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, squeezing them in towards your chest. And on the next exhale, release and roll your whole body to the right. Push yourself up to a seated position and sit in your most comfortable cross-legged position. Back is straight, chest is lifted and open, bottom of the chin is parallel to the floor. Hands are either up or down, your choice. Pay attention to your breathing in and out through your nose. Thank you so much for joining me today for this class. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.